President Biden's White House and his policy advisors are making the end of Ramadan very special for only one specific group. We will explain. Claire, you sent me something on Biden and the White House talking about their message regarding Islam and the end of the holidays in traditional Islam, and the Eid message that went out about how the White House and the Biden administration is going to crack down on Islamophobes, and they're going to restrict freedom of speech because there can't be any criticism of anyone that is a member of the faith who does anything especially related to terror or terrorist ideology, which, by the way, is being promoted on a daily basis throughout America in mosques from coast to coast. It reminds me of 9/11, when President Bush made a number of dramatic speeches that seemed to suggest he couldn't understand how, in the name of Islam, 9/11 occurred and thousands of Americans died and the world was changed forever because, as Bush said, Islam, remember those words, is a religion of peace. Obviously, he's never read the Quran because it's filled with war and world conquest plans drawn up 1,500 years ago by Muhammad. I'm concerned that it seems like we're making the same mistake we did then by reorienting American policy. Is Biden making Islam some sort of priority? We're a Judeo-Christian country founded on those values of peace and brotherhood, and yet the message seems to be totally different. What is Biden saying?
Well, President Joe Biden is not the first president to have prioritized praise for Islam. This goes back at least to the presidency of Barack Obama, who ushered in the Muslim Brotherhood to all kinds of positions and recognition in his 2 terms of office. But here, what we're talking about is the Islamic month of Ramadan, which this year ran from the end of March until the 21st of April, and concludes, as it always does, the very last day of Ramadan with what's called the Eid al-Fitr. And this is a celebration that not only ends Ramadan, but it is a commemoration, and many people don't realize this. It's a commemoration of the Battle of Badr, which took place in the year 624 current era, 2 years after the Hijrah, the move by Muhammad and Muslims from Mecca to Medina. They went offensive in those 2 years, and that Battle of Badr is the first time that the forces of Islam defeated Jewish fighters on the field of battle. That's what they're celebrating with the Eid al-Fitr, as well as the end of Ramadan. And to mark the occasion, President Biden announced the formation of an interagency task force devoted to countering Islamophobia, air quotes. Now, if indeed there are good reasons for the authorities to go after any who may be committing actual violence, attacks, assaults against Muslims because they're Muslims, then that is something that they should be doing, that those attacks would be wrong. But if this task force is going to be used to further clamp down on free speech in America against any who would talk about, well, jihad as violence against non-Muslims according to Islamic law, or the violence under Sharia that is meted out to women in Islam, then that's not such a good idea. And we hope that that's not going to be the outcome of this task force on Islamophobia.